Welcome to From the Peanut Gallery. This is my budget planner. So this is a new planner to me. It's from the Penny Pages. I have used various things for the past, I want to say, 2.5 years. This is the first time I'm using this planner. It's structured but not at the same time, so I'm able to customize it because I don't use all of the things that a normal budget planner provides. Some of it's just X's, some of it's there's no room for things that I do use. So I decided to try this out this year. You can find it in the TPC Nation shop. I'll have it linked down below. But being that it is new and everything, it did come with these monthly covers for the tabs. So I'm just placing those on. It is going to be a little bit of an adventure as this is the first time I'm using this. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to use it and what I want to do. So you'll see that I don't necessarily plan the entire section for the month of January because I'm still unsure of how I want to use some of the last few pages. But I am just kind of playing around and figuring it all out. So if you guys have any questions or any suggestions or anything, or if you use this budget planner and have any, comments or anything of how you use it, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to see how you guys, do your budgeting and get various ideas from all of you guys and just share with all this stuff. So I started budgeting, actually looking at my finances and, delegating money and everything. Like I said, 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. I originally was going to do it in a bullet journal and then was like, that I'm not going to make a spread every month for that. So then I ended up making my own worksheets essentially and creating just throwing it in a binder. And then last year I did it was a home planner that came with a budget spread, and I added a couple things to it. So I'm excited to use this and try it out and do my own thing because there are certain items that I've used that I know that I'll use and other things that I'm like, okay, that was a cool idea, but it just doesn't work for me. So that's essentially what I have going on here, and that I'm just using the things that I know will work for me. I did kind of try to plan out how I wanted to use this, but I'm not sure how exactly I want to do it. So I am just using some leftover stickers since I don't have a basic size kit for the monthly and just all the other pages in general. So I'm just going through my stash of stickers and pulling out what I think I want to do and what I want to use. It's good because then I get to use leftover stickers, which is super awesome. And then also I get to be kind of creative and just have some fun and use a little bit more of my washies that I have that I don't always use a ton of. I do have to white stuff out because I am using washi and it does come through the stickers, but you know what? It's fine. Most of the other planners I have, I don't really have to white anything out because they're literally made for this, so we're good. So being that it is my birthday month, and I wanted it to be kind of fun, and I had been using a lot of wintry colors lately, I decided to go with this washi. I believe it's from Caffeine Queens, if I remember correctly. It's really pretty. It's this rose burgundy color. And it has roses and hearts on it. There's a bigger one and a smaller one. I don't know the exact sizes. And then for the date dots, I don't recall exactly which shop they're from. I want to say Sassy Apple Studio, but I'm not 100% positive. So basically, because this was so new, I was like, let's just start with the date dots and then we'll go from there. So I just decided to lay down all the date dots as I tried to game plan and figure out exactly what I wanted to do. Prior to filming, I don't know if you could see those pencil marks on the side and everything. I did tried to kind of plan out exactly how I wanted to use the planner and what I wanted to do in each section. Again, not 100% sure. I haven't set up any other month because I want to be able to change things from month to month in the event that like I don't like it or it didn't work out. I have the flexibility to change it later on, which is something that I like about this, because when I have structured budget planners and things that I've used before, there's certain items that just don't really work for me, and then it makes like I feel bad because I spent money on a planner and I'm not using parts of it that are like big chunks of the planner, and I'm like, well, I spent money on this and like I want to use it. So I'm excited to play around and do that with this planner. So like I said, I did have to I know this is controversial. Wow, words are hard for me. Controversial for some people. I did put the 30 and 31 up at the top just so that I don't have to, cut the box in half and, deal with the smaller space in the event that I do have things that I need to be aware of on those dates. It doesn't bother me that it's up at top. I actually learned it from Caitlin from CLLK09. She started doing it, and at first I was like, oh no, don't do that. But then as I continued to watch her and I thought about it, I was like, that's actually a pretty genius idea. I'm going to steal that. So I've been doing that ever since, so I don't have to compromise any space or anything in the boxes. So I'm just kind of trying to see how a couple of these leftovers are. That strip is from a Keep It Simple stickers. I believe it was from one of the book club kits, which you can find on TPC Nation. I don't recall which kit it was from. But that's where that's from, and then I'm using the washi from Caffeine Queens. So I just lay that out, white out all the things and get that set up and situated. I don't necessarily do any of the Dave Ramsey budgeting. I have seen some of his things, as he has talked about a lot, especially within the budgeting planner world, and referenced and quoted. And I've watched some of his things. I've looked at his steps, and though I think they are great, they're not necessarily for me, as some of the stuff doesn't really apply, or I'm already doing some of it. Kudos to you if you use Ramsey. That's super awesome. He does have some really great tips and tricks and everything on there. My parents raised me to be a saver, and kind of gave me a good head on my shoulders in the sense of money. I will not say I'm an expert in any way, because I'm not, but I can say that I have no debt. I pay off my credit cards in full every month, and I save. I do use coupons. I do use discounts. Cash backs, like whatever I can get to give me, like every penny counts is my philosophy. So I do do that a lot. I do try to budget and, kind of allocate money, but I'm not super strict, or I don't have like every penny has a spot that it goes to, because I just kind of let things flow, I guess you could say. I do, when I go to the grocery store, I, check the weekly ads and make my meal plans based off of that. I'll check the clearance sections to see if they have anything and tweak my stuff depending on that as well. So I do some stuff in that sort, but I don't but when I make my budget, I do say, X amount of dollars is going to go to this, X amount of dollars is going to go to that. But this past year, I haven't really checked on it weekly to see how much money I have left in each category. I think I'm going to start putting that back in, so maybe that'll change this year. But essentially, any extra money just goes into my savings account. I don't put money aside specifically for my savings account. and I probably should start doing that, but I usually end up with some sort of savings at the end anyways. The past few months have not been that way just because of buying presents and gifts for everyone, but yes. So I'm going through my sticker album here, just trying to see which functionals I would like to use. I got all of these functionals from Avalon and Ninth from a grab bag. And then there's a couple from Wonder Sticker Co. and then just extras from kits just in general. So what I'm going to be doing is using these functionals going forward to help fill out different bills and things and my spending and just, extra sticker therapy throughout and to make budgeting a little bit more fun. So this particular one is just, I think they're like abstract flowers or something is the kit's called. It's from Avalon Ninth. They were just random pages that I got from a grab bag. So that's what I'm using for the spending portion of it, just to use them because I don't think they would really work in any particular kit or anything. I'm sure I could use the solid boxes and match them to something, but I figured I would use them for this month because they kind of matched that red kind of coloring a little bit, just to kind of have some fun and add some extra color. And then also the extras will just go into my sticker book where I have all of my boxes and things. So I did get this rent due, I think I got it in a grab bag and I don't recall from which shop, but I just went ahead and pulled that out, and then I've saved all the paydays that I've gotten from different kits and things because I never use them in my actual spread, my vertical memory keeper spreads, because I don't care to memory keep what day I get paid, because it's exciting, but it's not exciting. So I just used a couple. I believe these were from Design Ski or something like that, those two. I'm not positive, but I want to say it was from Design Ski, those two paydays. So I just collected them throughout the year and a half that I've been planning, and then the extra boxes and circles that come through as well. So I use the boxes in the monthly spread just to show when I have bills due, just to kind of have a layout and know most of my bills. I would say, I don't know, about 95% of my bills are automatic, so they just automatically come out of my account. I don't really have to worry about it too much. I do go back and check to make sure that they've come out of my account and to double check the balances that have come out for them. But I don't really have to worry about it too much. There's a couple of them that I do have to go and go online and pay because it just won't automatically happen. But other than that, it's mostly just automatic. They're basic rent, utilities, I have a gym membership, and then a couple insurances, renter's insurance, car insurance, that sort of thing. And then I'm just cognizant of the things that I might need to add. So I don't pay car insurance every month. I pay it biannually. So, just checking to see when those are. I did put in some balloons for birthdays. So my boyfriend's birthday is on the 3rd, my best friend's birthday is on the 5th, and then my birthday is on the 18th. Just, again, something to make the spread a little bit more exciting than just bills, I guess. But also, it's good to have if you obviously need to buy presents and things for those individuals. So I've already bought gift for my best friend. She's done and taken care of. My boyfriend, I'll probably buy him. I gave him a couple things already. I'll probably buy him something in addition. But that's it. And then for myself, I do get my nails done as a self-care birthday present to myself, and I usually get reward money from a couple places because it's my birthday. So DSW does that. I think Kohl's does it as well. So I'll probably buy some things with those, and then also I think a couple of the sticker shops, if you're members or part of their reward programs, do the same. So that's kind of what that's there to signify. And then I will, write that all in my spending log. I will say, because I was making this up as I went, there are a couple things that I think I would change. I wrote the bills in with just like my black pen there, and I do color code my categories for my bills, which you'll see when I go to do the budget page. So in the next month, I would definitely like to change that to color code those bills like I had been doing. I used to just do like pen and a highlighter, but now that I have colorful pens, I think I'm going to start using those to fill that out just to be a little bit, I don't know, nicer, I guess, instead of using a highlighter. So you see here, I'm just using some date covers. Those are from Avalon and Ninth. I don't recall where that date dot is from. There's a couple, I think, people that I bought from that use that same style. But I'm just putting in my expenses. January, I know I have 2 bills due, so that was what that box is for. Again, looking back at it, I have a ton of bill due stickers that I'm going to use for that instead. So going forward for the bills throughout the month, I'll just use the bill due sticker that I have and then write down any expenses. In this page here, those 4 boxes on top, I'm going to use as a weekly check-in to see what category, like how much I've spent in each category so that I know how much money I have left to spend in the month for that, so that I hopefully don't go over budget, because there was a handful of times that I went over budget last year, which was fine because I'm a saver and it wasn't a big deal. But I ideally would like to avoid going over budget and just make sure I'm allotting enough money to certain things, or that I'm just being more cognizant of what I'm spending my money on. The bottom section, there's those 2 line sections on down below. I do a monthly comparison to see what I spent money on last month compared to how I spent money in the current month. And so I'll just do how much money I spent from each month, the percent of it that was spent to the budget that I allotted for it, and then what that change was. And then, just being able to see the differences, because sometimes like Christmas, December might be more money spent than usual just because you're buying all the presents, and so it just helps you to plan better, more accordingly. So these were the colorful pens that I was talking about. I grabbed these from TJ Maxx. I don't remember how much they were, or probably around like $5 or something. But I decided to use these to color code. I have purple as housing, so that would be my rent and my renter's insurance. And then I have blue for auto, so that includes gas, maintenance, car insurance, any parking fees or anything that I would need to do. Transportation wise, if I end up taking like the trolley or something to go somewhere, that sort of thing. Greens for food, so I do have 2 categories for that. That's groceries and eating out. I have yellow for utilities, which is normally what I use, but because you can't really see it, I changed it to brown. So that obviously covers, electric, gas, water, trash, phone, those types of things, internet. Let's see, what else am I missing? We have, I think I do blue next. Is that what happens? Oh, pink. Pink's personal. So that would be like clothes, any beauty things I do. So if I go get a haircut or a massage or get my nails done, and then any gifts I buy. So that's not really personal, but I just, I just put it under there anyways. So gifts, and then the last category in there is my gym membership. And then orange is like fun, so any hobbies, buying stickers, if I go golfing, because I kind of have gotten into that and do that. And then also vacation or any outings that I do. And then we have like a lighter blue there, which would be for medical. So if I go see the doctors or the dentist and I have anything that I need to pay for those two things. And then red's other, so just any random category that just isn't necessarily covered in the rest of them. Again, like I said, I'm setting up that bottom section to do a monthly comparison. And I just used the leftover gold bits that I had from the monthly spread to do that. And then I just wrote on it with my pen the months and then rewrote the categories down in their respective colors. I personally think it's a really great, and I enjoy that because I get to see, you know, how my spending has changed, especially when I like moved out from my parents' house too. I got to see how my spending changed from there and like what I'm now spending my money on and just different things. So this is where I go to do the budget layout. I kind of was like, y'all don't need to see me like pencil this out, but I did pencil it all out and I just went by category, and wrote them in their respective colors. And I'm glad I did that because there were a couple areas that I like did not include and I missed. And I was like, oh no, I forgot those. So again, it's all going to be a learning curve the first few months. Hopefully I'm able to iron things out and get it settled by like March, April. So after the first quarter. But yes, I don't know. I think I decorated this page a little bit, which you'll see after I've written in all the categories and all the things. I do have a section on the very bottom. So basically what I did is I wrote down the categories, and then to the left of the categories, there's a projected column and an actual column. So the projected column is anything that I would be allotting to that, right? So, okay, this is how much money I'm going to put in for these categories and that category, and then actuals what I've actually paid. So there's basically the page is split in half. The second half of the page also has another row of categories, and then I have a section for income, and I've written in my paycheck dates, and then also left a space just in case I get any other money, like say I get birthday money or bonus or something that I wasn't, counting on. There's that extra space to write that in. There are totals at the bottom of each column just so that I can see what the spending totals are, and then the income has a total as well. And then there's there's an income section. So at the very bottom to the left, it says income, total, or expensive, and then difference. So I could see how much I'm spending compared to what I'm getting for the month. And then the very bottom left-hand corner, there's a savings section. So I can add in, what's left over and, how much money did I put into savings? Did I choose to take that birthday money that I received and like put it all towards my savings? Did I have money left over from what I had budgeted, and how much did I throw into my savings account? And so all of that. So I basically just do that one by one. That's how that whole page looks. Again, nothing's finalized. I think I'm going to go back in and maybe, tweak some things. Maybe make it look a little bit prettier or something. But yeah, we'll see. But again, guys, let me know if you have any tips, if you guys use this, how do you set yours up? Again, I have a couple pages at the end that I just don't quite know what I want to do. I was watching somebody else who was using this budget planner. I believe it was a Pretty Planscape, and they use it for their shop because they have a sticker shop. So they use it for their shop, but there's this section, the 2-page at the back, where it has like those 4 boxes on each page. And I was like, man, I don't know what to use that for. And she used it for like each of her spending categories, and like maybe one for income to try and like, just maybe get more details out of it or see the difference or what have you. So maybe I'll do that. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with that. And then there's another like blank grid page like this one. So still trying to figure those pages out. I don't know if I'm entirely going to use the column pages fully because I don't know if I spend that much, but we'll see. I'm going to do what Caitlin from CLLK09 does, and then A Pretty Plantscape says that she does the same thing, where basically you just put a date cover down and then you put what you've spent for each day, and then on the days that you don't spend anything, you just kind of notate that it was a no spend day. So I think I'm going to do that. I do have some no spend stickers as well, and I think I'm going to kind of, use those for each week too, just because I have them, and I don't know, I think it'd be kind of fun to see, from a weekly view versus like going day by day if I've spent money or not. So we'll see. Again, this is the first month. It'll be an adventure. We're going to test it all out. So there looks like there's a few minutes left. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I should change some things around, how you would do it. If you have any ideas or how you use your own planner, if you use this one, if you use a different one. I know my sister, I think she got the Clever Fox one, I think is what it's called, to start doing her budgeting as well. So what planners have you guys used? What planners do you like? Which ones do you not like for budgeting? And then just, give me feedback on that. If you guys want to see any final spreads or anything that you see on this channel, check out my Instagram. It's also called From the Peanut Gallery, spelled the same way. And you can see final After the Pen spreads on there and check those out. There is I do tag the shops that I use as well, so if you want to see their specific Instagram pages and find their shop links, you can find them on my Instagram page as well as their websites in the box below. Oh, I forgot I did this. So I did try to just use this sidebar a little bit. I think I'm going to use the top portion for account balances and then the bottom section there just to notate my spending. So how many no spendies do I have? How many spendies did I do? And just kind of set a goal like that. Yes, I did decorate this page. Look I thought I had. I actually this washi is so pretty to me. I love it a lot. I love the color. It's definitely a color that I would use. And then I think the design on it's really pretty. I think I got it in, did I get it in a grab bag? No. Was it a grab bag? No, I think I bought it from Caffeine Queens. It might have been like on sale. Maybe I just bought it in the TPC sale. Maybe it wasn't like an on sale item. I don't remember. She's the one that has the mystery bags that I want to get and never get too fast enough. I've heard they're really good. But yeah, and then the gold just is so pretty on it. Look at that. I love it. All right. You guys don't want to hear me ramble anymore. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I have a new video. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Toodles, noodles.